Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. Today's video I'm excited to share with you my first 2019 CGC unboxing, and here it is. Finally got my submission back from CGC. This is the first one of 2019 as you can see, and right after the video we're gonna play one of my favorite games, that is What's in the Box, man. All right, so we're gonna find out what's inside what I submitted and what grades I got back. So stay tuned. Okay, we are back. Comic Sniper here once again, along with my trusty sidekick, Mark III, my level of flying Iron Man. Say hello. And as stated earlier, we are doing my first CGC unboxing of 2019, and here it is. It isn't quite the blind unboxing as I said earlier, because as you can see the box has been opened. This is courtesy of customs, immigration, and they decided they needed to see what was inside, so they had to open it. But I did stay away from the looking at the books while they inspected what was inside the box. So I didn't take a look. I didn't get a look at what was inside with them. So they decided, you know what, that it is exactly what I declared, and they were fine with it. They just had to open it. So I didn't get to see what was inside, and I haven't looked online. So this will still be a blind grade unboxing, just not an unboxing because it's already open. Okay, but so with that, I've got about 5 books that I submitted to CGC that we're going to see. Also, what I'm going to do, a lot of times when I've done this for myself, when I assign the grade to a book that I'm expecting to get, I see this in other video as well from other YouTubers, they kind of assign the grade range. Because of course, let's face it, we're all just doing our best guess. Unless you're an actual grader from a company like CGC or CBCS or EGC, this is the newest one. Unless you're an actual grader, you do not actually have a say in what the grade is. You can have a guess, but based on our own knowledge, they are somewhat skewed because they are our own books. That's why we need a third-party grader. So based on that, we then, no matter how good we think of a grader we really don't know, because at the end of the day, the graders could have a different interpretation of your book than yourself, than myself, and totally assign a different grade than what we expected. Now, a lot of times, of course, we make our best guesses. So what we're doing. Okay, so with that out of the way, what I'm going to do, rather than guess a range, I'm going to put myself out there, and I'm actually going to put an actual grade to these. And rather than, because a lot of times we don't want to assign a specific grade, because A, we don't want to be let down in case there's a lower grade, or B, we don't want to look dumb in front of the camera saying that, oh, I expected a 9.0 and it only got a 4.0, right? So that's and that's normal, and that that's understandable. We don't want to look a fool in front of the camera, but at the same time we're also hedging our bets, and that's kind of a in a way a little bit dishonest. And like I said, I've been accused. I've been guilty of that myself. So this time I will actually assign an actual grade of what I think the book should be, whether it is a little bit biased, and I admit I am a little bit biased to some sort because they are my books. So I will want a higher grade at some point. Now, whether CGC agrees with me on that, we will find out together. Okay, so and then you can decide whether, hey, that guy's knows how to grade, or he's an idiot. He doesn't understand how to grade because it's too high of a grade all the time, or too low of a grade all the time. So you guys can decide on that, and we can discuss that in the comments afterwards. All right. So, but that's what I'll do. I'll put myself out there for you guys, and I will do my full grade guess, and I will be disappointed or excited either way, whichever side of the chips things fall. All right. That being said, I'm also going to add one thing. A lot of times when I watch videos, and I've done it myself, I'm not immune to this. we get a grade, let's say a 9.2, and a lot of times we say, well, you know, I expected a 9.6, for instance. I wonder what CGC saw or CBCS saw. I'll have to check the grades, the graders' notes later, and then we inspect the book, and it happens off camera, right? We don't get to see what the flaws are and what the graders' notes are that assign that grade. So what I will do is I will look at the graders' notes, regardless of whichever way the grades go, that differentiates from my my prediction, and will at a later time after this video I'll cut into because I haven't seen the grades online nor the graders notes. What I'll do is I'll inspect them and I'll record them and I'll interlace it into this video so you will actually see the graders notes that are attached to the said book. And then that way we will both understand why the grades got the grades that they get. Hopefully, if the graders notes are even included. Sometimes they're not. Okay, so no promises. I can only do what I can do based on what CGC provides back. Okay, so that's what we're gonna do. So you'll get this. You'll get a chance to see what graders notes we get on top of that. So based on that, guys, let's not hold you guys hostage any longer. We're gonna dive right into this. Like I said, the box is open, but I do not know what the grades are inside. So here we go. The first book is, okay, this is a good one. This is Amazing Spider-Man number 194, and this is the first appearance of the Black Cat. Now this is a copy. I just wanted to have this copy graded, not for any reason. Well, I do have a couple of copies of this, and for whatever reason I just wanted to have this one slab. Now this isn't going to be a super high grade copy. Okay, so my prediction for this grade, okay, is, let me just looking for my, okay, so I predict a 7.0 on this. Like I said, this is not a super high grade. This is a mid-grade book, but definitely it is an important one with the Black Cat first appearance. So what did I get from CGC? We got 7.5. All right, so not bad. So off to a good start. We got one a little better than what I thought. So there it is. And it says on here, first appearance of the Black Cat, Felicity Hardy. Okay, and as you can see, and we're gonna take a look at the graders notes regardless of whether I get the same grade, higher or lower. Okay, so with the magic of editing, let's go to the graders notes now. Here we go. The first one, graders notes for the Amazing Spider-Man 194. This is the comic description, July 1979, Marvel Comics. So this is CGC's graders notes that they provide for me online, and it's a little bit different than the last time I submitted comics. So it's a little bit better looking, and looks like they've got some more areas here for writing. And the graders notes that they provide for this book was light creasing to cover, light spine stress lines to cover, light staining to cover. So if we go back to our book, so this isn't a super high copy, as you can see. You know, there is definitely stress lines on the spine, so that's check. And then I'm not sure, I know there is some there is a couple of color breaking creases I had noted. So this book does have it, and then of course there's staining right there, you can see. So their grading is pretty accurate on this. Okay, there's one, if you can see that, there you go, there's creasing right there, and that has it has color breaking on it too. So very light, but it is there, and that's because I did press this book before I submitted it. So that is that's the grader's notes for this book, and I would agree that this is correct. All right, on to the next one. Okay, we are back. So hopefully we got the grader's notes. Okay, because like I said, I'm shooting this back to back, showing you the grades, and then I'm just cutting in the grader's notes afterwards. Okay, so that's Amazing Spider-Man 194. So the next one is, this is a huge key. This is Giant Size X-Men #1, and this one is, of course, there's a lot of first appearance here. We got Colossus, Nightcrawler, Thunderbird, Storm as well, and then third full appearance, I think third full appearance of Wolverine, I do believe, or it's credited that way. Okay, but and this is a low grade, and now this is a speculation book for me. Of course, I do have several copies of this. I have a higher grade copy that I want to keep for myself, but this one I got such a really good price on, and even though it is a very low grade, it is still worthwhile getting, because I know I can have this graded and of course turn it for profit when the MCU decides to put the X-Men, especially the new X-Men, on screen. All right, that's why I bought this. That's why I had it graded. I'm just being honest with you. That's what the thing is on this. And really, what I'm expecting out of this is, like I said, this is a low grade, and I'm expecting a 1.0 out of this. Okay, so what did I get? Here it is. Whoa, that's not bad at all. 1.8, almost 1 to 1.5, and then 1. So almost two grades ahead. Each half a grade I consider a grade. That's just me, okay? Or you can say almost a full grade ahead. That's pretty. Wow, I know there's a lot of issues with this, as you can see. There's going to be a lot of this is a very rough copy. There's chunks missing, but it is no less important as a book. Okay, we're going to go through this as well. So, but I'm just going to give you a rundown right now of all of the. There's a huge crease down here that just breaks color, and then it says, oh, here we got some grader's notes already here. It says, front cover detached, that's right, and then a heavy amount of tape on the interior front cover. That's why I said I thought this would be actually a 1.0. I didn't think it would actually get to 1.8. This is the first appearance of the new X-Men, as said, Nightcrawler, Colossus, Thunderbird. Second full appearance of Wolverine. Now, number 182, I kind of thought would be like a full appearance, because it actually has him talking, that kind of stuff in it, but I guess this is credited as second full appearance. So regardless of which, that's the way it is. And then, of course, the cover is detached, so it says that right on the on there. But regardless of which, we will take a look at the grader's notes just to confirm that's exactly what they put on here. So that's pretty cool. So if they can already do that, right? They can already put the grader's notes on there. Why don't they do it all the time? Like here, like there's nothing here. You know, it's so sad to me that they just don't go ahead and do that. That tells you everything you need to know, and that stays with this book for however long it stays encapsulated in here. Why it has that grade. And the cool thing about this is it's got white pages. It's that awesome. All right. Okay, so we are gonna cut into the grader's notes now. For the Giant Size X-Men #1, it says Summer 1975, Marvel Comics. Okay, here we've got more grader's notes. This book is lower grade, definitely. So detached front cover first thing, heavy creasing in the cover, heavy tape interior front cover, heavy tears to cover, moderate bends to cover, moderate pieces out of cover, and then writing on page 3 and 19. Okay, so I mean I can't very well show you the writing on the inside pages, but we can certainly see that there you can see the vertical creases right there. Heavy. The front cover is detached. I can't show you that, but I do know that is one of the things that I had noted on this. And then heavy tape on the interior front cover. Yes, there is tape on the interior front cover of this, and it says heavy tears to cover. It's got tears right there. So yes, that does check out. There's another one right there, and as you can see, there's pieces missing, moderate bands to cover, moderate pieces out of cover, and that would be those ones. So yes, I agree with the grade. Well, actually, I graded a little bit lower. My guess was a little bit lower, so I was wrong here again. But all in all, that is what CGC gave as far as the graders know. So you can see that there. And I would have to fully agree with CGC's assessment of this book. Okay, welcome back to the show. Okay, I assume I've already shown you the graders notes for this, a giant size X-Men number 1, 1.8 graded, and then now we are moving to the next book, which is another X-Men. No, this time it's the first number 94, so it's the new X-Men in the continuation of their title. So it went from 93, the old X-Men, and then this is the new one. And this is of course second appearance of all the same characters: Nightcrawler, Storm, Thunderbird, and Colossus. And this is such an awesome book. Again, it's a lower grade book, but so this is I do have a higher grade copy of this that I'm keeping for myself. So this one again is a speculation. When the X-Men shows up, this book is already gaining a lot of traction, as well as the giant size X-Men. It's already going up in value, and I bought this one super cheap. So it definitely is worth it to get the slab and then get it graded. So when the hype goes back up, I can turn it around for a profit, and I still have my high grade copy to go with. All right, so my prediction for this, okay, damn the torpedoes. Regardless of what it is a low grade copy. But again, I got this for super cheap. I couldn't pass it up. I predict I should be able to get a 2.5 out of this. I remember there was a piece missing, and right there, I can see it already. There's a piece missing there, but I do believe it's intact anyways. But all of these are intact. So I'm predicting 2.5. Here we go. We're going to see what CGC gave me for this. 3.0. Wow. All right. I'm 3 for 3. Okay. So I'm liking that. And this one, again, look at this. Check this out. They actually put the grader's notes on here too. It says tape on the back cover. Tape on the back cover. Oh yeah, right there. That's right. There's tape on the back cover, but that's not considered restoration because, of course, this is blue label, right? And it says and interior front cover. So I mean, I can't remember, but I get there's got to be tape on the inside of this as well. So, but aside from that, it does have a lot of stress. You can see all along the spine, a lot of stress. A lot of color breaking creases. You can see there's that piece I was talking about that is missing. Okay, so a lot of color breaking. So it is not I wouldn't say a pretty copy, but the main area, as you can see right here, is actually really good. It has really good color still, so it's not faded. So the main area, so it's all around the edges is what it is. So, and then of course in the back is actually in pretty good shape. There's no big color. Sorry, it does have, let's say like right here, it's got a little tape pull, and it got the tape, and of course another small piece missing here. That's why I thought, you know what, 2.5 was a grade that I assigned to this, and instead it got a 3.0. So I'm really happy with that. That exceeded my expectation, definitely. But we are going to go to the grader's notes, the main one that CGC provided me, and we were going to go to that and take a look at that right now. For the X-Men number 94, 875 for Marvel Comics, we have the grader's notes is as follows: heavy creasing the cover, light staining the cover, moderate bends to cover, moderate spine stress lines to cover, moderate tears to cover, tape on back cover, tape interior front cover, and then tape right top of back cover. Okay, that's a mouthful. Okay, so we do have so heavy creasing first off. Yes, definitely. We got a lot of creasing right there, as well as here along the top. Okay, so there's definitely creasing, as you can see there. Light staining to cover. I would probably say yes. I can't remember. I don't have that in my notes as well, but they found some staining. It could be just the like the dirt that I didn't get out, that I couldn't get out. I didn't want to. I don't go crazy on these books, especially when they're just brittle. As far as cleaning, sometimes you can make things a lot worse by trying to correct things. So with these kind of flaws, such as dirt and soiling, I don't bother, especially when it's this low of a grade. It says moderate bends to cover. Again, pick. I'm not sure which ones they want to pick. You know, creases, bends, spine stresses. Yep, check. Moderate tears to cover. Yes. We even got we've got some like right there. That's a tear. Okay, and then tape back cover. Check. And interior front cover. Yes, I did see these tape. Also, but one thing I did make, I had notes on this, and that is nowhere, because they even have a little bit of tape on back cover and interior front cover. So they even have some grader's notes here. And from the grader's notes here, one thing that is not noted is on the inside of the cover there is writing in red ink, and it actually there's some writing there, and I had noted that, but they hadn't mentioned it anywhere. So that's a little something, and that could be the difference between the 3.0 and what I had predicted. So that could be something right there. Here we go, number 3 down. So we have 2 left to go. And once again, that is the Uncanny X-Men. This is number 94. Okay. We are down to 2 left. And the next book in line, second to last, we have Nova number 1. This is a book that is heating up big time. Again, most of these books are for flipping at a later time when it's right. So I'm just kind of hedging my bets now. I'm getting them graded and encapsulated, and then getting ready to sell them when the heat goes up. And of course, what other book than Nova number 1? Okay. Now this is already on its way up. There's a lot of speculation going on, a lot of talks about expecting Nova to be in the MCU very soon. So a lot of people are definitely jumping on this bandwagon, and it's causing the price of this to rise up, whether it be raw or graded. So with this one, of course, first appearance of Nova origin, right? Richard Rider, of course, and we will see, because if he does show up in the MCU, this is gonna explode, this book, in any grade pretty much. Okay. And I expected this book to be, now, not like a super high grade. I wouldn't expect like a 9.6 or 9.8 out of this. But my prediction on this is a 9.2. This has enough qualities on it that it should be my prediction on this. And the grade that I want out of this is 9.2. So, with that out of the way, here we go. 9.0. Dang it. Well, I guess you can't win them all, but you know what? Oh, I wanted this one because this is going to be the highest one out of the whole lot too. So, yeah. Dang. Okay, it's not bad, but it's not great. I wanted a 9.2, and I thought this could have enough of a cleanliness around it, but it does have its flaws. So yeah, gotten bitten out of this one. Okay, so one down, and this one doesn't have any notes in it. Okay, it just has the relevancy is origin and first appearance of Nova, Richard Rider, and as you can see, this is it's really clean. It does have, a couple of spine ticks around the staple area there, but there's no major creases, and the back is super clean. So that's why, this is one of those ones that we will, since we don't have any grader's notes on the book, we are going to have to go to the grader's notes and check out what CGC says about it. So let's cut to that now. For the Nova number 1, 1976 Marvel Comics, just a couple of things on this. As the grades get higher, of course, there's less issues. We got light spine stress lines to cover, small staple tear top of spine, and okay, let's go back to the book. So light spine stresses, it's hard to see, but there is, you can see there on the black here, you can see some of that right there, and there is a couple. I did note that as well. And then it says small staple tears top of spine, so that would be these ones right there. So I get there's the small tear right there. That's a stress line there, that one, and that's a light tear. So that's what they picked out, and that's why you got a 9.0. So my actual, when I examined the book and made notes, that is exactly what I had as well. So everything checks out. Hopefully we got the information out of this and why CGC decided to give me a 9.0 instead of a 9.2. Okay. So that is that. Nova number 1, 9.0. And the last one we have for you today is, and another huge spec book, the Eternals number 1. Of course, this one already is in production as far as the MCU is concerned. This is already going to be coming out, and this is definitely a hot book. If you don't already have this book, I would not recommend paying right now, because you're literally going to be paying through the nose for this. And if you're really attracted to this book and are a big fan of the Eternals, my suggestion is wait till after the movie comes out, because if the movie bombs, right? We don't want it to bomb. I don't want any movie to bomb. But if it's not as well received as, let's say, the Guardians of the Galaxy, that kind of stuff, the other type of movies, if it's not as well received, this book might go down in value at that time. And even if it's successful, sometimes there is a bit of a lull afterwards while other books get the attention. So a lot of people will look towards other books and other speculation. So that would be the time to pick it up. I would suggest not trying to pick up one now, because you will be paying full price and higher, because if you want something, the prices are being driven right up right now. Okay, it is not advisable to buy. I wouldn't advise trying to buy one right now. But this is my copy. I've got this a while ago. I got this for a really good price, and definitely I am going to be looking to flip this book and make money on it when it's time. Not yet, but I will be. This is not a super high grade. There's a lot of high grade copies out there. Unfortunately, mine is not, and that's all I could get. I did get this for a really, really good deal. That's why I picked it up, and it is a mid-high copy. My prediction is 8.0. That is my solid prediction for this book, and I expect that because that is going to be, and I can definitely make a profit out of this if I get 8.0. Actually, even lower, but definitely I want an 8.0. So without further ado, here we go. What does CGC give this book? 8.5. Okay, so 4 out of 5 was better than my actual grade. So, I mean, I'm happy for that. But you take away what you with that what you will. I mean, some people might think, you know what? He doesn't know how to grade because he's grading, you know, his grades are a lot lower than the actual books should be. And you may be right. You know, that could be the case. And who am I to argue with you? Like I said, I'm not the grader. CGC decides on the grade. If I was actually there, I probably would have put this an 8.80. Because one of the biggest things about this, and they don't have the grader's notes on here again, and it says origin and first appearance of the Eternals. Look at this massive, massive miswrap right there. Check that out. Now, enough so that you can actually see part of the back cover protruding through. Now, I'm not sure how much this actually takes it down by, because it is a factory, it is done by the factory, right? So let's say, for instance, this is a 10.0 book with just this as it came out of the press. Is this a 10.0? I mean, some people would say that's the way it came out. That's the way it is, but it's not a perfect book, so it can't be. Some people would say that, you know, that is a perfect book because that's the way it came out. I don't know what camp you belong in, and I'm not even sure for myself which side of the coin I fall on. But that is another discussion from another day. So, but anyways, oh, excuse me. So we got, and as I said, I think this is the front page of. You can even see the miscut. So this is not. You can tell this. Of course, this is not trimmed because look at that. You can even see the front page, I believe, of the next set. So this whole run would have gotten a huge miswrap from that. All right. But regardless of which, take a look at that. It is a really clean back page. It's got really sharp corners, no stains, no water damage on that at all. So it, you know, it's just how this is the main thing, and I mean it is a little bit yellowing, it is a little bit tanning, and I think there's some stains right there, a little bit of a staining, which of course it's in the color area, so it's really hard to take out. But regardless of which, it's a really good grade. We will cut to CGC's graders notes and see what they say all about it now. Lastly, we have the Eternals #1 776 Marvel Comics. The graders notes supplied by CGC says light creasing the cover, light spine stress lines the cover, small miswrap cover, very light rusted staple the cover. Okay, so examining the book, the light creasing to cover, I did write down there was some light creasing as well. I just didn't note where, and for the life of me I can't tell where right now. And then light spine stresses, it's on the white part. You can kind of tell there's one right there, and there's another There's another small one right there. Yeah, there's these ones, and then I believe there's, because I did press this book, so that's why there is just like this one actually breaks color. There's no way I can get that out. So that's why. And then they called a small miswrap. So they did note this miswrap right here, and they called that, and they indicated that as a small miswrap. And then the very light rusted staple to cover. That is new to me. So because as you can see that staple there. I don't recall seeing staple rust. So it must have been on the inside, and I missed it because I don't have that in my notes as well. So that is a pretty biggie, because I'm not a big fan of rusty staples. That's one of the things that I kind of cringe on, because of the fact that rusty staples kind of keep migrating, and then they keep staining the book. If it was a rusty staple, it'll keep it left unchecked or kept in a wrong environment. It will keep growing and actually keep ruining the book. So that's why I'm not a big fan. I think it's one of the ugliest things. Just a personal thing. All right. But overall, that is the grader's notes supplied by CGC. So yes, for the most part, I do agree. Just that they caught something that I didn't. So kudos to them. And yeah, that's the grader's notes that I have for all of these books. So as far as my grading is concerned, I guess I was wrong in my guessing on pretty much all of them. So whether I guessed too low for the most part, except for one, but I guess I just not as good as CGC. Well, of course they're the graders. I'm the guesser, right? So that's what that is. All right. So that's the first part. I think let me know if you like this kind of format where you see the graders notes, and I'll continue doing that for future submissions. I got another submission waiting to come back from CGC actually. All right, back to the show. All right, now that we've seen the graders notes, once again, that's what this is my first CGC unboxing of 2019, guys. Thank you very much for joining me. As a recap, we got the Eternals #1, of course, the MCU movie coming out for that, so look out for that to come. Again, most of these are purely spec books that I am looking to move, and will be moving at a certain point in time when it's time. Okay, especially this one, the Eternals, because this is already coming out. Of course, Nova #1, 9.0. This is the only one that I got lower than my prediction, which I guess I'm not too greedy, so I am pretty happy with just one of them being lower, but the rest of them actually is higher than my predictions, including, of course, X-Men #94. So that's a 3.0. These are low grades, but again, I did not pay a lot for these. I got these super cheap, so even at GPA right now for this, I'm in the black, definitely. And of course, when they finally get announced, such as Giant Size X-Men, even at 1.8, I'm gonna look to move this, and when I do, definitely will be profiting for this. The only one that I'm not sure if I will be moving is, of course, the Amazing Spider-Man 194, 7.5. That one, I'm not sure whether my other copies are higher than this. So if they are, I will be moving this. If not, then I'll just hold on to this one until I do. All right. So that is my 2019 CGC, guys. My first one. Look for another one coming soon. I do have some Silver Age stuff, some higher value books that I'm waiting to come in, hopefully in about a few weeks. And then I will be doing my second CGC unboxing. And I do have another one that I just sent out, some modern stuff. That won't be for at least another month or more. So I've got a few things coming down the line. So, but definitely I am happy with the outcome of this, regardless of how, you know, the format I put in, and the grades that I got back from CGC, guys. So once again, Comic Sniper here, along with my trusty sidekick Mark III. Guys, if you like this, make sure you hit that like button on your way. Just take a second. We would really appreciate that. And if you haven't done so already, make sure you subscribe to my channel, and you'll be notified. If you ring that notification bell, you'll be notified of any new videos that are coming out. And guys, tell me what you think of this format. Leave a message down below. Tell me what you thought of these books, the grades that you got, that I got. Tell me if you like the format of cutting into the graders' notes, or if that's just annoying. Either way, let me know. You know, we'll get the discussion going. So that way, I'm trying to make you know, a little bit different video each time, having some different ideas. And if those ideas work out, and if you guys like those ideas, I will definitely incorporate it into my other videos. So again, let me know what you think. Tell me what you like, tell me what you don't like, and then I will try to tailor it according to what works and what doesn't. Okay, so again, thank you very much for sharing this time with me. I really appreciate it. I love making these videos for you guys, and definitely I will be getting these graded anyways, and these are my spec books for 2019. Okay, until the next video, guys, talk to you then. Bye bye.